you're also playing with Adam Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
So you're playing with Justin, you're playing with Adam, guys who are like attention to detail kind of guys, super intricate. Like, how was that playing with Adam? Like, how did the brotherhood come, knowing them, form a relationship, and playing with him as well?
Man, Adam took me in. Adam was one that took me in even before I started gigging like super heavy. I say like around the time I was like playing with Amos or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It was really Adam and Mike. Like they saw me playing somewhere for Steve, and they like, yo, look, who this young kid? It was always like, yo, who this young dude or whatever. I connected with Adam, and I would go to Adam's house, and Adam introduced me to like just all different kinds of music. He also, cause around that time, hey, 2006, 2007, we was all like, wearing like real big clothes and
Mm-hmm.
like, it was trying to be hard or whatever the case is.
Mm-hmm.
Adam told me, he asked me like, yo, do you read books? I'm like, nah, I don't. Basically, he was like, yo, that's corny, yo. Like, why don't you,
That's Adam. Yeah.
Adam.
Yep. That's Adam.
He's
That's
like,
Mike.
yo,
Yeah.
he's like, yo, you need to be reading a book a week, you know. And I'm not even gonna say that I'm reading a book a week now. I'm reading more like a book a month. But like, he's like, yo, like, you need to, like, bro, like, why you dressed like that? Yo, put on the button. That's when button ups was starting to kind of like, yo, put on the button up, bro. Like, it was like life stuff that Adam was like,
He was trying to get that Park Heights out you.
yo. And I don't even know if he realized, like, and then on top of that, like, telling me like, bro, like, like, so what's your relationship with God? Like, you read your word, like, you like like really kind of putting those, although I knew I was supposed to do those things,
Yeah.
but I looked up to Adam so much, it was different. Those things coming from a big, from a big brother. Like,
Yes.
and so I started, because I had dreads around the time. Man, I changed. Man, it was really because of Adam Johnson. I'm telling you.
See, now when you cut your dread, people say, I've heard plenty of people say, see, he cut his dreads because Justin cut his dreads.
No,
See,
no.
we're going to dispel that.
There's no. I cut my dreads because it wasn't even because of Adam, but it was more so because I was just changing. I was just changing my life. But Adam had a lot to do with me changing, like, literally like just minor things in my life. And then I ended up cutting my hair, and then a year later, Justin called me to um to play at Mount Enon. And then, my dad was joking. He said, "Man, you cut your hair and got you a real job." Like. But
So,
at Mount Enon, I got Mount Enon was my first salary job.
mm-hmm.
My first salary job, and they had like a little benefits or whatever. I was making 40,000 a year, bro.
And young as crap too.
Like 19, it was
During that time too,
18,
yes,
making
yeah.
40,000. That was
Yeah,
big, yo. So
100%.
but I attribute a lot of that to Adam telling me, like, yo, switch it up. Like be a professional. Like, show
So
up on time. I would, I'd go to get the rehearsal late. They'd lean on me.
mm-hmm.
Like, yo, what are you doing? Like,
I think we need more of that now too,
yeah.
because this generation now is like you can't say anything to
Oh
them.
my God.
Like,
bro.
so I think we need more of that now. I think a lot of people, it's just like no secret. You can say what you want about Justin and the Adams and the Mikes, and even for Kenny, for people like, but they really held you accountable.
Yeah.
If they cared about you, they held
Yeah.
you accountable.
Yep.
So it seems like Adam helped facilitate the change between Little Mac
Yeah,
and
to Will.
To
Yeah,
Will.
for sure. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
Will. By the time I was Lil Mac until I start working at Mount Enon. I was Will.
Mm.
I was Will. And like even then, like Justin used to tell me, like, bro, there's a certain swagger that you have to, like, the way you play, you gotta be sure.
Mm.
And like, yo, like, don't be afraid to mess up. Like, if you mess up, giving it your all, that kind of thing. But yeah, like it was that deposit from those guys to where I've found myself in rooms that I'm looking around. I'm like, yo, how did I get here?
Oh
And
wow.
people are looking at me, respecting me. So